So the next quadrant I want to talk about is the Visionary segment of the Magic Quadrant for digital commerce. So you have a handful of companies, Spryker, Vtex, Kibo, Oro, Elastic Path, that have all made the Visionary section. So they're considered kind of a little bit more towards the cutting edge, but their ability to execute isn't quite as high. I'm not super bullish on these solutions, to be honest. And the reason for that is because I think that part of the reason they're so far into the visionary spot is because they're more focused on headless. They're a little bit further along in the headless kind of buzzword train than some of the other solutions, but I think that's very misleading. As you can see, the only leader that's exclusively focused on headless is Commerce Tools. I think right now it's still very expensive to do headless well. So I think there's only a limited amount of type of companies that can do headless well and are ready for headless. And there's only so many platforms that are going to be able to capture that market share. And then you also have platforms like Adobe, Salesforce, Shopify, BigCommerce that are rapidly moving into headless. So I think these platforms are going to get squeezed. I think they're going to get consolidated. I wouldn't be surprised if they get acquired and merged with some of the other people on this list. Frankly, we don't do any of them, so I am obviously a little biased. I don't actually have any clients on these platforms, but I also I talk to a lot of people in the community. I know people migrating off of some of these platforms, which to me is always a sign of well, what's the future? If I see people moving off and not a lot of people moving on to it, like I said, I'm biased, but it usually to me is a sign that there's a consolidation going on in the market. So certainly think some of these have a chance to maybe move into the leaderboard eventually. Obviously, it looks like Spryker, I think, according to Gartner, is closer there. I mean, they seem to be capturing maybe some of the enterprise market, maybe the best of these ones. But I do think we're going to see an overall consolidation in the market, which is why you see so many people in so many more options in the visionary and the kind of the niche player side, and only 3 in the challenger, and really 2 of those I think are viable options.